Welcome to The Explainer. Today we're going to dive into some really profound teachings from Loon, based on a talk prepared by Chee, Guit, Yeng, and it offers a pretty radical way to understand reality itself. It all boils down to one simple but massive shift in how we perceive the world. So, let's just jump right in with a big question, one that really gets to the heart of this whole thing. Think about it for a second. Is the world, with all its ups and downs, its chaos and its beauty, is it all happening to you, like some external force you just have to deal with? Or, and here's the twist, what if it's all actually happening within you?
All right, so here's our roadmap for today. First, we'll unpack the idea that the world is your mind. Then, we'll see how we get trapped in what's called the dream. Next up, we'll talk about why our main job is forgiveness. After that, we'll get into the huge difference between knowing and being known. And we'll wrap it all up with your powerful little part in this whole process. Okay, let's get into our first section. In this first idea, it's a bit of a mind bender. The core premise is this: the world you experience out there, it's not actually separate from you. It's a mirror, a perfect reflection of your own internal state. And this whole thing starts with something really simple, something you can do right now. Just notice. Take a look at the world you experience, the things you're seeing, hearing, feeling, right in this very moment. Now here's where it gets really interesting. The idea is that everything you're perceiving out there isn't random. It's actually a complete symbolic picture. Every person, every event, every headline. A symbolic picture of what, you ask? Well, of your own state of mind. That's the big reveal. The outside world is just a mirror for your inside world. What you see out there is nothing more than a projection of what's going on in here. And there's a key word for this, a resultant. Think of it this way. Anything that pops up in your experience, that difficult coworker, a frustrating delay, a sudden wave of sadness, that's a resultant. It's the effect of a past cause showing up right now for one single purpose, so you can finally see it correctly and release it. And this is why, in this way of thinking, you can actually be grateful for everything, even the tough stuff. They're not obstacles, they're opportunities. Okay, so this brings up a pretty obvious question, right? If the world is just a reflection of my own mind, why does it feel so real, and why do we get so stuck in these repeating cycles of anger or frustration or sadness? Well, the problem is, we completely forget we're looking in a mirror. We mistake the reflection for the real thing. We see something we don't like, and we start arguing with the reflection, trying to change it, judging it, interfering with it. And all that fighting with the mirror, it just perpetuates the cycle. It keeps us trapped in what this teaching calls the dream. And get this, from this viewpoint, all our experiences are just objects appearing in the mind. Dishonesty, cruelty, unfairness, but also kindness and joy. Even your own sense of liking or disliking something, or your judgment about it. They're all on the same level. They are just formations, appearances. There's no hierarchy. They're all just there to be seen. So if the big problem is that we're reacting to this dream, then what's the solution? What's the practical way out? Well, the practice is something called forgiveness. Now this is really, really important. This is not the kind of forgiveness you're probably used to. It has nothing to do with morality or saying a bad act was okay. Nope. In this context, forgiveness is purely a tool of perception. It simply means seeing an appearance, an event, a person, a feeling correctly for what it really is, just a reflection. And in that moment of correct seeing, you release it for the last time. So here's how you actually do it. Step 1, an object appears. Could be anything. Step 2, instead of your usual knee-jerk reaction, you pause. You just recognize it as a reflection. Step 3, you actually appreciate it. Maybe even feel grateful for it because it's showing you something hidden in your own mind. And finally, step 4, you release it, simply by seeing it for what it is in that moment. And when you start practicing this, it leads to probably the biggest conceptual shift in this entire teaching. It's about understanding the crucial difference between what is being known and the knowing itself. So think of it in 2 columns. On one side, you have everything that is being known. These are all the objects, the formations and feelings, the world, and even your body, all your thoughts. These are all temporary appearances. They come and go. But on the other side, you have the knowing. This is awareness, the witness. It has no form. Its only function is to know. And this is your rightful position.
And that's the whole game right there. Your rightful position is not down in the muck with all the drama and the objects. It's not in the storm of feelings and events. Your rightful place is at the knowing. You are the witness, not the event itself. Your only real job is to stand there.
So this brings us to the final and I think most empowering part of this whole thing. It turns out you don't actually have to fix the world or change other people or control every little outcome. Your part is so much simpler and way more powerful. There's this quote referenced in the talk from A Course in Miracles that just captures it perfectly. It says, "You need do so little because your little part is so powerful that it brings the whole to you." And that little part, that's just the shift in your own perception.
So what is this powerful little part? It's simply this. Your only job is to see correctly, to let go of the reaction, to choose forgiveness over judgment. You just do that one tiny thing. And the promise of this teaching is that the rest will take care of itself. So I'll just leave you with this final thought to take with you. The very next time something difficult or frustrating shows up in your world, a person, a thought, a piece of news, what if just for a moment you didn't see it as an obstacle to fight against? What if you saw it as an opportunity showing up just for you to be seen correctly and forgiven?